And we're gonna start off sitting in whatever's comfortable for you. We're gonna start off using a little mudra and a little mudra here called Padma Mudra. So mudra just means gesture, and we're gonna use our hands. So when we do a gesture, a mudra, and we also apply intention and breath, it can help be more impactful to whatever the intention is, right? So this one is meant to open and help us tap into our heart space. And I thought heart space would be a good place to go because at the time of this class and recording, we are in February. So it is love month, and I think it is a beautiful time all the time to tap into a little bit of your own personal love and heart space. So we're gonna tap in there. So in the heart space is that center of courageous joy and self-love. Maybe it's showing a little bit more compassion. So these are all the themes that you have the opportunity to focus on if that serves you. But let me show you the mudra first before we get started. So bringing your hands to prayer first is where you'll start. And then you're gonna keep the base of your palms together, your pinky finger and thumb touching each other. And then you're just gonna spread your other fingers out. So it's almost like a big blooming flower. So that's what Padma Mudra looks like. And then you're just gonna bring it to your chest, okay? So that's like to your heart space. So that's our mudra. And then find whatever is a comfortable seat for you. So I'm gonna go into easy pose. So they call it, not easy for everybody, but easy pose. Your focus here should be rooting down through your sit bones so that you can lengthen through your spine. Feel the crown of your head pulling upwards. Draw your chin back slightly to lengthen through the back of your neck. And then find that mudra. Bring your hands to heart center, spread your middle fingers out, pinky and thumb and base of palms touching. And then you can soften your gaze and look down at your hands, or maybe you close the windows of your eyes. And then just take a moment to settle in and arrive. Find yourself fully and completely here, nestled in on your mat. Let your breath just breathe itself, moving as it wants to in this moment. And then focus in to that space around your heart, to that center of your chest. Breathe into that space and start to notice a green glowing light. Just hovering in there, just glowing, radiating. Heart space, again, is that space where the passion center lies, where we create our dreams, where we find our courageous joy and the things that drive us forward. So as you flow today, I invite you to hone in, to focus in, to tap into that space, that green glowing light, that passion, that self-love. And maybe for you, self-love sometimes is easy, sometimes not so much. So maybe today it simply means that you're focusing in on experiencing the love of breathing in and out, or giving yourself a little bit extra compassion to find exactly the version of each pose that suits your body today. So whatever that means for you, self-love, and you can explore it as we move. Let's start with some breath. So breathe a nice deep breath in, draw that breath all the way down to the bottom of your belly, and then let that breath expand. Through your belly, through your chest space, your heart space, your side ribs, big inhale. Big open mouth exhale to let it go side out. One more time, same thing. Big inhale. Big, full, rich exhale to let it go. Gorgeous. And then from here, start to invoke your yogic breath. So seal your lips together and begin to breathe evenly in and out through your nose. And as you breathe in and out through your nose, add that little gentle constriction in the back of your throat, starting your ujjayi breath. So it almost sounds in the back of your throat like you're fogging a mirror sensation as you inhale and exhale. And this is gonna help you build that heat and focus to go inward a little, to move a little with a little bit more fluidity and focus. And you're welcome to continue with this breath as it serves you, or release it anytime if it's no longer serving you. And from here, friends, maintaining your breath. If your eyes are closed, flutter them open. And then you can bring your hands down to your knees, palms facing down. We're just gonna move around in a circle from our hips, some Sufi grinds. So use your hands to pull your heart forward and then bring it around, finding that nice big circle. Carve a C out with your spine as you head to the back. Just awakening through the base of your spine and into your hips. Beautiful. In a few rounds, I'm going to check our music because it doesn't sound like it's going. Make sure it's playing for you. So keep moving around through your spine. Beautiful. There we go. And switch directions. So whatever direction you were going, switch it back to the other side. Again, making it nice and big and rich and full through your movement, awakening through the base of your spine. Good. And then start to slow that spin. Find your way back to the center line of your mat. Root down. And let's just do a few shoulder rolls. So roll your shoulders up to your ears, bring them back and down. Just giving your shoulders and neck a little bit of release, a little space to move, to get warmed up. And then whatever direction you were going, switch it and make it nice and big and dramatic. Again, bringing it up to your ears, dropping it down, rooting into your shoulders. Beautiful. And then gently release that. Find your way to tabletop. So all fours, uncross your legs or come off of your chair and come back to center here. So you're gonna find that neutral spine and align your shoulders above your wrists, knees above your hips, feet hips width apart. Draw your neck forward and then inhale, find your cow pose. Let your belly drop down, lift your hips and roll your shoulders back as you pull your heart forward, lift your chin up. Lengthen and stretch through your front body. Exhale, cat pose. Tuck your chin, tuck your pelvis, round your spine, press your hands into the mat, spread your shoulder blades wide apart. And then we're gonna find a little flow here. So inhale, find your cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Take a few more on your own and add in anything else that feels good. And maybe today that means that you're wagging your tail or moving your ribs out to the sides or nodding your head, moving it around. You could move your shoulders, just anything that helps you awaken into your body here. Getting ready to move a little bit more on your mat. Taking ease and gentle compassion as things warm up and get ready. And we'll meet back in your tabletop in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So find your neutral spine once again. Hug your core up towards your spine and then tuck your toes under. Ready, your hands, root into your hands here. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up to the sky. Press your heart back towards your thighs. And again, option to bend your knees as much as serves you. So focus more on that rooting in your hands and lifting your hips high. Lengthen through your spine. Maybe you pedal out your feet here. Still warming up. Feel where you're pressing down into your hands. Make sure you're giving weight to the inner side of your wrists as much as the outer side. And then find stillness here. Pause in your down dog for just a moment. Tap into you. And as you inhale, come up to the balls of your feet if you're not there already, and then look forward, bend your knees a lot. As you exhale, step up, ragdoll pose. Come all the way to the top of your space. Keep your feet hips width, and then bend your knees so much that your heart drops onto your thighs. So rest them down there. You're in kind of a squat here. Then grab onto opposite elbows and completely let your neck go. And then from here, option to move side to side. Maybe you gently straighten your legs. Just allow for some release through your spine here. Good. And then come back to center, back to stillness. Release your hands down towards the mat. Heel toe your feet together. Big toes touching. Little space between your heels. And then press down with your feet. Tuck your tailbone under. Start to curl up to standing. One bone at a time. Take your time. No rush. And then roll your shoulders back when you rise to the top. And good morning. Bring your palms down by your sides. So you're looking like this at the top of your mat. Feel the structure and strength through your legs. So root down, pretend there's a little triangle under the sole of each foot, from big toe to little toe to heel, and try to evenly ground through all those points of your triangles. Pull your calves towards each other and notice how your quads activated. So keep all of that going, your strong mountain base, and then we'll find a strong mountain pose. Inhale, lift your hands high, mountain pose. Pause here and spin your pinky fingers forward towards your space to broaden your shoulders. Drop your shoulders down, pull the crown of your head up. Feel length through your neck. Continue to drop your tailbone down as you engage your core in. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, find an open twist. Right arm comes back, left arm comes forward. Twist right from your belly button. Stretch your fingers front to back. Nice. Good, Claire. And feel your heart opening up. Shine your hip points towards the front of your mat. And then as you inhale, bring your front arm up, exalted mountain. Front arm up, back arm down. And so it might feel better to have your back arm on your leg, or for me, it feels a little bit better to have my back hand gently press down on my lower spine. Helps ease any effort from the lower back, and you can reach through your heart more. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, open twist right. So again, just parallel your arms, still shining to the right. And then come back to center. Inhale, mountain pose. Same thing, other side. Exhale, open mountain, open twist left. Left arm back, right arm forward, stretch. Feel your heart open as you reach your fingers out in either direction. Inhale, exalted mountain, front arm up, back arm down. And again, maybe it comes to just your sacrum area. So you can push your right ribs up towards the sky and reach over. Take one more inhale. Exhale, open, mountain twist left. Inhale, back to center, mountain pose. Exhale, little back bend. Cactus your arms out, push your heart up, drop your tailbone down, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, stretch tall, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips, bend your knees as much as you need to. Let your heart be the leader as you guide down. Gorgeous. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Press your hands down into the mat. Inhale, inhale, low lunge. So step your left leg back. And you can rock forward and back if that feels good. Get into your hips for a moment. And then let your back knee come on down to the mat. Untuck your toes. Inhale, find it, crescent moon, rise up. So option here, wrap your outer hips in so you find that foundation. Option to drop a little bit forward to stretch through your left psoas, the front of your quad, but keep your tailbone shooting down as your heart lifts so you don't put too much of an arch in your lower spine. And feel that little stretch for a moment. Take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, rise back up so you're still in crescent moon, but you've stacked your hips over your back knee. Good job. Inhale here. As you exhale, bring your hands back down. Low lunge, plant your palms, tuck your back toes and lift your back knee up. And then as you inhale, come to high plank. So step your back foot back and find your shoulders stacked over your wrists. And maybe being up with your knees doesn't serve you. Maybe you find that compassion and that love for yourself and you still engage your core strong, even though your knees are on the ground. And then gaze forward to the top of your mat. Spin your elbow points to the back of the room. Inhale, come an inch forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. Bend your elbows back, go slow and steady for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. From here, keep your hands hugged by your low ribs and point your elbows to the top of your space. Untuck your toes and zipper up your thighs. Inhale, find low cobra. Pull your core up to your spine, roll your shoulders back, lift your heart off the earth, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Draw your tailbone down towards your feet and pull the crown of your head forward. So as you're squeezing through your back line, you're also lengthening forward to back. Take one more inhale. Exhale, come back down. Beautiful job. We're gonna do that one more time. Inhale, low cobra. Roll your shoulders back, lift little to no weight in your hands. Maybe you even lift your feet, add locust legs, roll your inner thighs up, squeeze your legs towards each other. Take one more inhale. Exhale, come back down. We move on from here. Inhale, upward facing dog. So press your hands down, lift your heart and pull it through your arms. Press the shoelace side of your feet to the earth to lift your thighs. Look up. Take one more inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up high. Take a nice breath in here. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Come back to your yogic breath, still building heat. Ujjayi, seal your lips together. Fog the mirror at the back of your throat. As you inhale, come to the balls of your feet, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step or hop up to the top of your space. We're gonna take that in a little breath to movement and go to the other side. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your hands into your legs. Pause here for a moment and really stretch through your spine, drawing the crown of your head forward and booty back. Take one more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up tall, mountain pose. Stretch your fingers to the sky. Exhale, open twist right. Shine your heart to the side, stretch your fingers. Inhale, exalted mountain, front arm up, back arm down. Exhale, open mountain twist. Inhale, mountain pose, back to center. Same thing, other side, open mountain twist left. Inhale, exalted mountain. Exhale, open mountain twist. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, plant your palms. Inhale, step your right leg back. Find that low lunge. And rock it forward and back. Once again, stretching through your hamstrings on this side. Beautiful. And then bring your back knee on down to the earth. Untuck your toes. Find your crescent moon on your inhale. Rise up. So feel that dropping down of your tailbone, lifting of your heart, and wrap your core inward towards your spine. And then again, option to hunch forward, dropping your right hip forward, feeling a stretch through your right quad this time. But keep your tailbone shooting down so you're not putting too much of a sway into your lower back. Rotate your pinky fingers forward. Beautiful. And then rise back up. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms. Pull your core in, press into your hands. Inhale, high plank. And you choose toes or knees here. Can you bring your elbows back, pin them in towards your body? Inhale, come an inch forward, make some space for your elbows to come back as you lower all the way down to the mat. Cobras once again. Untuck your toes, zipper up through your entire core. Inhale, rise up, roll your shoulders back, pull the crown of your head forward, lift your palms perhaps, maybe you lift your feet. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, come back down. One more time, inhale, rise up. Opening through your heart, squeezing through your midline of your back. Exhale, come back down. We move on. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull forward, lift up, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. And walk your dog here. Bend and straighten your knees. And then we're just gonna come forward into a plank. Do one high to low plank, one vinyasa. So come forward, inhale, plank pose. Come a little bit past your shoulders, pin your elbows in. Exhale, lower halfway down, point your elbows back. And then inhale, pull forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So just note every time I say vinyasa or high to low plank, that's what that is. It's just our transitionary pose. And now we move on from here. As you inhale, think of something that brings your heart joy. Something, someone, a pet, an activity, a friend. Something about yourself, perhaps. And then come up to the balls of your feet, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step up to the top of your space or hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, find your chair pose, Utkatasana. Rise up as you sink your hips down, and then we're about to sit into a chair. Pause here for a moment. So really root back into your heels. Feel that weight as you press into your heels. Notice how the whole back side of your legs activates and lights up. Drop your tailbone slightly down as you wrap your core in and lift your heart. So you find that strength through your midline to protect your lower spine. Spin your pinky fingers forward. Good. Zipper up your thighs. Take one more inhale, super strong. As you exhale, chair with airplane arms. Swim your arms back. Beautiful. So option here, push your heart forward and squeeze your shoulder blades. And if you need a break from your chair, you're welcome to stand up, or you keep it low, keeping it strong through the quads. Option to stay right here or bring your hands to your hips. We're gonna keep our arms behind to push our heart forward. So feel your heart rolling forward. If you have the space in your shoulders, interlace your hands. You could also grab onto a pillow or a towel. I'll use it with the pillow to make a little space for your arms to stay behind. So you find something that works for you. Keep your arms back. Inhale, find a back bend. So stretch up, lengthen, straighten your legs, lift your heart, drop your hands down, push your tailbone down. Keep your bind. Exhale, forward fold. So hands behind you, bend your knees, hinge from your hips, drop your chest to your thighs, and then let your head dip down, straighten through your legs. Maybe your hands lift up off your backside. Beautiful. Keep your bind. Inhale, halfway lift. Push into your feet. Press your booty back and pull the crown of your head forward. Arms go back. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Now you release your hands down to the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, standing L. So left leg is gonna come up to the sky, or to hips width rather, and then, or hips length better, and then pause here. Flex through your left foot. And point your toes down by spinning your inner left thigh up. Soft bend in your standing leg. Beautiful. Add a little pump of your heel just to ignite and light up your hamstring and your glute. Good. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, step back. Gently, left foot meets the earth. Inhale, low lunge twist or crescent pose. I'm getting ahead of myself. Rise up, crescent pose. So pause here. We just did this with our knee on the ground. So you could bring your knee back down if you wanted to. But same action through your hips. Wrap your outer hips in. Drop your tailbone down so you can find length through your torso. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, open crescent twist. So bring your right arm back, left arm forward. Twist to the right. Good. Pull your thighs towards each other. Press down into the heel of your front foot, ball of your back foot. So you have that stable grounding space. Gorgeous. As you inhale, you're gonna come to warrior two. So big spin all the way around. Do a windmill of your arms, cartwheel open, and sink down into your right leg. So I'm gonna spin around so you can see my face. So first warrior two, maybe you ease in and out of it. Stack your knee over your ankle when you land. Drop into the heel of your front foot, outer knife edge of your back foot. Shine your hips and heart out to the long edge of your mat and then gaze over your right fingertips. Beautiful. Press down a little bit deeper. Inhale, reverse warrior. Front arm up, back arm down. Stretch up and over, igniting through your right ribs. And back arm can be on your back thigh, or maybe you play with a little bind and you let the back part of your left hand slide along your back. Maybe it wraps all the way around, maybe it's heading in that direction. Good. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, extended side angle. So start parallel with your arms, gaze forward to the right and extend out. Then drop your right arm down, bring your left arm up, shine your heart out to the long side of your mat. And your right arm could be used as a little lever to press into your thigh to open through your hips. Engage your core and your glutes to open through your hips and heart. And then can you draw your left shoulder back just a tiny bit to open your heart a little more? Beautiful. Press down equally through your front and back foot. Engage your core. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten through your front leg. Swap your arms. Keep a soft bend in your front knee and shift the weight to the ball of your front foot. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, high plank to low plank, our vinyasa. So bring your hands to the top of your space, point your toes forward, step your right leg back. And then again, maybe you come to your knees for these. Pin your elbows in as you come forward, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. I'm gonna turn around so I end up in the right space. And just pause here for a moment. What does it mean to you to feel courageous joy? On your next inhale, come up to the balls of your feet, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step on up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. If you need your prop, your pillow or anything for the bind, have it handy. Inhale, find chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Swim your arms back. Maybe you find that pillow behind. I'll do it one more time. Keep your arms behind you. Roll your shoulders back. Drop into your chair. Inhale, back bend. Drop your hands down, lift your heart up. Squeeze your thighs together. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your bind. Again, hinge from your hips, just like we did for ragdoll. Lift your hands behind you. Keep your bind. Inhale, halfway lift. Push your hands back. Pull your head forward. Exhale, forward fold. Now your hands meet the earth. This time your right leg lifts. Inhale, standing L. Kick your right leg up. Pause here. Activate through your right quad by flexing your right foot. Add that little heel bump here. Lift high. Keep spinning your right pinky toe towards the mat to square your hips. Let your core support you. Good. If you want to add balance challenge, you can always hover your hands or bring your hands to a block to bring the earth up to meet you. You got 4, 3, low lunge in 2, and 1. Step your right leg back. Low lunge. Inhale, rise up and find a crescent pose. Lift up tall. So bend down into your left knee. Again, knee over ankle to keep your joints safe. Drop into your heel. And then drop your tailbone down. Shine your right hip forward, left hip back. Take one more inhale here. You can keep a soft bend in your back leg. Exhale, open, twist left. So shine your heart and your hips. Twist right from your navel center. Stretch your fingers front to back. And then come all the way around. Inhale, warrior two. So right arm comes up, left arm comes down, you spin out. Beautiful. Yeah. So ease on into the left side here. Maybe you pump in and out for a moment. Always feels good in my hips. And then as you drop down, knee over your ankle, engage both your glutes to feel your thighs wrap outwards. This really is a hip opening pose. And move your front knee towards the pinky side edge. Good. Sink a little bit lower into that warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Front arm up, back arm back. And maybe the back arm's on your thigh, or you find that little bind. Wrap it around. So you're reaching up, stretch through your left ribs. Maybe you also rotate your left shoulder back, open through your heart a little bit, just a smidge. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, extended side angle. Parallel your arms, stretch, find length through both sides of your torso. Left arm down, right arm up, open out. Good. And stretch your right fingertips to the sky. Press your left hand into your leg. Feel that opening through your whole side body, whole front body, hips. And we rise. Inhale, reverse triangle. Soft straightening through your front leg. If your hip is way up in the sky in the back, maybe gently nudge it forward. Find an even landing of your hip points to the mat, and then look up, stretch through your left ribs. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, high plank to low plank, vinyasa. Bring it home, point forward to the top of your space. And come through your vinyasa, whatever that means to you. And again, in the practice of self-love and compassion, it might look different every time. In fact, you might even skip it. So let your body give you the information you need to make the right decision for yourself. We're gonna flow through that. A little breath, a little movement, build that heat, come back to your yogic breath if you've lost it. Can you flow through this right from the heart, letting it be more of a dance, less of a thought. On your next inhale, come up to the balls of your feet. Bend forward, bend your knees, look forward, exhale, forward fold. Meet me at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Interlace your hands or grab that pillow. Keep your bind behind you. Inhale, back bend with your bind. Keep your bind. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your bind. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms. Inhale, standing L. Left leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Left leg down. Inhale, crescent pose. Rise up. Pull your thighs towards each other. Drop your tailbone. Exhale, open twist to the right. Yes. Inhale, warrior two. We go all the way around. Spin it round. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, high plank to low plank. Maybe you're getting fancy with it. Your right leg stays lifted as you pull forward, only if that feels like a positive experience for your shoulders. These are, again, just choices and options. Reset, recenter for just a couple breaths. We'll do the other side. And then your next inhale, come up on your heels, or off your heels, look forward, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find your chair. Sink low, lift your heart high. Exhale, chair, airplane, arms come back, find your bind. Maybe the other thumb comes on top this time. Inhale, back bend with your bind. Exhale, forward fold with your bind. Inhale, halfway lift with your bind. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg's gonna rise. Inhale, standing L. Kick your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right leg back. Inhale, crescent pose. Lift up. Strong and steady. Good, Monica. Exhale, open twist. Left. Inhale, warrior two. Open up. Spin around. Sink low. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, vinyasa. High plank to low. Again, I'm gonna even it out. Lift my leg for both. Good. Few breaths here. We're gonna do that one more time. Adding a few elements in there. So let it serve you again. Let the poses, let the asanas serve your today body. It might not look like tomorrow's body or yesterday's body. One of the beautiful things of being on our mats is we get to get intimately connected to what our body needs. So finding that love for yourself, where can you challenge yourself? Where do you shift to make the pose work for you? On your next inhale, come to the balls of your feet, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, chair with airplane interlace. Inhale, back bend with your bind. Exhale, forward fold with your bind. Inhale, halfway lift with your bind. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, standing L, left leg to the sky. So first change is happening here. As you inhale, keep your L, kick your heel to the back of the space. Exhale, Shiva squat. So bring your left shin behind your right, bend your knees and sink your hips down low. Good, we're just gonna dance it back and forth. So inhale, standing L. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, standing L. Exhale, Shiva squat. Good, and you choose how low you go. So think that triangle in the bottom of your right foot here. So make sure you're rooting down big toe, little toe to heel. And then really squeeze and wrap through your outer right quad, your glute, your hip, because that's your powerhouse. You got 4, 3, low lunge in 2, in 1. Step your left leg back, super strong. Inhale. Ooh. I felt that in my glutes. Rise up, crescent pose. And it's okay to fall out a little bit, right? It's like laugh it off. It's yoga practice. Shake it off, reconvene, crescent pose. Inhale here. Exhale, open twist right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Hug your core in so you can twist a little deeper, thighs towards each other. Good, spin it all the way around. Warrior 2. And I will spin around once again. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. We're gonna change it up again, friends. So from your triangle, you already have the legs. Maybe you shorten your stance a little bit, keeping that front leg mostly straight. Exhale, triangle pose. So parallel your arms first. Look over your right fingertips. Stretch, reach forward. Bump your left hip back. And then when you can't reach forward anymore, right hand comes down, left hand comes up. Good, and pause here. So the options from here, first root down into the outer edge of your back foot, ball of your front foot. Hi Mel, nice to see you. Wrap your outer thighs outward, wrap your thighs outward to open through your hips, good. Option to stay right here, or you can come into half moon if you wanna dance through a little balance. So for half moon, look down at your front toes. Maybe your top hand comes to your hip, bend into your front knee, look forward about a foot, and maybe you bring a prop in front of you about a foot, and your right hand comes to it and you rise up. So ground down. We're just basically in standing L, which we've done multiple times already. So really feel that grounding through your right leg, soft bend in your knee, and then rotate your left toes out and up and squeeze through your left glute. Rotate your left shoulder back, and then maybe your arm comes up. Good. So feel strong and stable here. Pull your core in tight to activate more power through your core and protect your spine. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, step it back gently. Find triangle pose. Good. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, high plank to low plank, or whatever you want. I'm just gonna go straight to downward facing dog this time. Plant my palms, face to the top of my space. Step my right foot back, lift hips. So let it serve you again. You get to choose, you get to decide. Let's do the other side. So big breath in here. Open mouth, exhale to reset. And then come back to your yogic breath. We'll do the other side. On your next inhale, come up to the balls of your feet, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, travel up, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Utkatasana. Exhale, chair with your bind. Try swapping your thumbs, whichever one's on top, the awkward side. Inhale, back bend with your bind. Exhale, forward fold with your bind. Inhale, halfway lift with your bind. Exhale, plant your palms, forward fold. Root down into your left leg. Inhale, kick your right leg high, standing L. And again, maybe you find that support here. Hands come to something that can give you a little more ease so you can focus. Take an inhale here. Exhale, Shiva squat. So sink down, really wrapping your outer left hip in. We're just gonna flow. Inhale, standing L. Exhale, Shiva. Inhale, standing L. Exhale, Shiva. Wrap your core up and in towards your spine. Even if your hands are all the way up on a chair like mine are, this is still an opportunity to pull tailbone back, crown of head forward, and neutralize through your spine. You could also go big and balance and hands to heart center. You have 4 and 3, 2, low lunge in 1. Step your right leg back, plant your palms down. Inhale, find crescent pose. Feeling that in your glutes? I'm feeling that in my glutes today. Inhale here. Exhale, open, crescent twist left. Shine your heart out. Spin it all the way around. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. And then our final change here, friends, maybe bump the back foot in just a step. Take one more inhale. Exhale, triangle pose. Parallel first, gaze to the left, stretch it out. Drop your left arm down, bring your right arm up. So your bottom hand might be on your thigh, your knee, a block, a chair, something that can give you that support, because the focus here really is the opening outward. So rotate your right shoulder back, really press down to your feet, engage your glutes to open your thighs and hips. Good. Option to stay right here. Get all stretchy with it in your triangle, or half moon is where we balance and dance. So look down first, find your rooting into your left foot, front, back, side to side, and then rise up. So again, I'm gonna use the chair on this side to show you how you can use household items for props. So again, you're in standing L, soft bend in your left knee, and then squeeze your right hip to lift your foot in line with your hip, shine your toes, heart, hip out, pull your core in, protecting everything super strong. Good. Take one more big inhale in. As you exhale, step it back, triangle. Amazing job. Inhale, reverse that triangle. Exhale, high plank to low plank, or something else. I think I'll go to my knees this time. Here we go. Good. Nice big breath in. Nice big breath out. I'm gonna check our time. Beautiful. One more breath in. One more breath out. Coming back into that concept of tapping in to the heart of you. What drives you, what brings you passion, what makes you excited to get up in the morning. Inhale your right leg high. 3-leg dog. So pause here, flex through your right toes, the lifted toes, feel that quad, feel your quad light up. Square your hips by rotating your toes down, just like standing L. Your body knows exactly how to do this. And then like down dog, press into your hands, push your heart towards your thighs. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, bring your right leg all the way through. Good. Inhale, find crescent pose. Rise up, we've been here before. Good. Get ready for a balanced challenge. So gaze forward, root down into your right leg, pull your core in, keeping your arms as they are. Inhale here. As you exhale, find warrior 3. Rise up. Stretch your hands forward, lift your back leg. So again, you're in standing L, you just happen to change what you're doing with your arms. So rotate your left thigh to the sky to square your hips. And at any time, you can bring your hands to heart center, hands behind you in airplane, or you could bring your hands to that chair or that prop or the floor. Good. And take one more inhale. As you exhale, find your standing L. So now you're gonna bring your hands down, left leg still up. Beautiful. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, step your left leg back. Good. Drop your back heel down to the mat, point your back toes towards the upper left corner of your mat, bend into your front knee. Inhale, find warrior 1, stretch up, stand up. So pause here, so let's feel into this warrior 1. Bend into your front knee, and you can heel toe your right foot out to the right a little bit, stamping down so you're shining your hips and your heart forward towards the front of your mat, and drop your tailbone, pull your right hip back. So feel stabilization through your whole legs. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, bring your arms down behind you. Airplane arms, interlace your hands. If you have that space, again, you could grab that pillow, or you could keep your hands on your hips, all right? So open through your heart, wherever you have landed. Inhale, lift your heart up, push your hands down, pull your thighs together. Exhale, humble warrior. Press into your feet. Push your hands and booty back. Hinge from your hips and start to lean down towards your front thigh. All right, so maybe your right shoulder, maybe your heart meets your thigh and you pause here. Maybe your right shoulder makes its way inside your right thigh and you lift your hands up. Maybe none of that serves you today. You bring your hands down inside your front foot. And whatever you've landed, keep pulling your thighs towards each other. Press your feet down. Draw your right hip gently back, left hip forward. Good. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, release your hands down. So both hands inside your front foot. And then start to walk your hands to the left, finding a wide-legged forward fold. I'm just gonna turn around. This is not just my booty to the screen. Point both your toes forward towards the wide edge of your mat. And then walk your hands down. And again, if your hands are nowhere near the ground, that's totally fine. You can put a big bend in your knees, or again, find a prop that helps you get there. So even if you have a high up prop, keep rooting into your feet, put a bend in your knees, and then just bend your elbows and start to let your heart sink down, okay? And you can press your hands into that prop to give you a little bit more space. So we're looking to release, certainly through our hamstrings, but not too much, not strain. So press a little bit more into the balls of your front of your feet and bend your knees, a little bit at least. And then can you just release through your neck and shoulders? You're moving side to side a bit. Let it feel gentle and easy. So this is where it looks like with the prop. Again, if you have the space and your hands are meeting the mat already, you can play around with where your hands go. Maybe they go in line with your feet. Maybe they walk all the way through and you point your fingers away from you towards the back of your space. And then can you shake your head, yes and no? Can you soften somewhere? Maybe your shoulders, maybe your jaw. Take a nice big inhale, staying in that fold. And an exhale. Beautiful. Wherever your hands are, walk them under your shoulders or onto that prop, and then inhale, halfway lift. Pull your core up towards your spine. Draw the crown of your head forward, send your booty back. Exhale, low lunge. Walk your hands to the front of your space one more time. Point your nose, your toes, your fingers forward. Press into your hands. We're gonna do a little sweeping dance motion here. Pull your core in, inhale. Bring your right leg all the way up and through, three-leg dog. Good, bend your knee. Move it around in your hips. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, find a pigeon pose. So bend your right knee, pull forward, and draw your right knee all the way through and down. Untuck your back toes and shimmy on down into your hips. If this does not serve you today, no big deal. You're gonna come onto your back and find a figure four, all right? That's your option, same action, a lot more control of how deep you're going. So find the pose that works for you. For pigeon people, come back to your right, look over your right shoulder, just to square everything off, and then walk your hands back towards your hips for just a moment. Lift your heart, puff your chest. Exhale, fold down as you pull your heart forward as you sink on down into your hips. And so this is a big, big move. So again, you can do some things to make it easeful. You could take that pillow and put it under your right hip or roll your mat up a little bit. You could also put something underneath your head. You could put a block or a pillow underneath your forehead. And I like this because it just releases through your shoulder. And then settle in. Give yourself a moment to experience this pose, this position that you've landed in. Give yourself breath into the spaces that are starting to open a little bit more. Breathe into those places. Let the tension release from those places on your exhale. Maybe breathe in a little bit of love and compassion for any tight nooks and crannies, giving them permission to soften, and acknowledging that sometimes things are tighter than we expected, and that's okay too. Take one more big breath in. One more big breath out, sigh it out, open mouth. And then we're going to gently rise up. So bring your hands under your shoulders if you're in that pigeon pose. Use your hands pressing into the earth to lift your heart. And then from here, pull your core in, start to shift your hips back and press into your back shin to release your right leg. And then give yourself a moment to get the blood flow back in there. So maybe you stay in tabletop. Right here, shaking your right leg. Maybe you come up to your down facing dog and you kick your right leg in the sky. Maybe you flip your dog and you bring your right foot to the outside of your mat. Spin round. Oop, my rug is moving. That's dangerous. And then lift your heart up and pump out. So there's a lot of options here. I think I'm gonna stick with tabletop. This just feels perfect for today. Nice. Good. And then find your way to tabletop for a moment. Just kind of wag your tail. We're gonna head to the other side. So I'm gonna turn around. Back up to the top. And let's go into downward facing dog. So plant your palms, spread your fingers out nice and wide, draw your core in, tuck your toes, lift your heels. Good. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Lift your left leg up this time. Feel it reach up to the sky and through. Flex through your toes to activate your quad. Pull your core in, press into your hands. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left leg through. Root down through both your feet. Inhale, find crescent pose. Rise up, stretch up. Coming into our balance, our warrior 3. So get ready through your left leg. Left leg is our powerhouse now. Press down squarely into the sole of your left foot. Squeeze through your left glute. Inhale here. As you exhale, warrior 3, lift your right leg up. Send your torso down, but keep your heart lifting open like upward facing dog. Spin your pinky fingers down and in. And maybe you stay right here. Maybe your hands come to heart center, or at any time, hands could come to the earth or a prop. Find more of a standing L version of your warrior 3. Good. Take one more inhale. And then everyone find standing L. Hands come down. Right leg comes up. Spin your pinky toe down. Good. And take an inhale here. As you exhale, step your right leg back. Find your low lunge. And then plant your heel to the earth. Point your toes to the right corner, upper right corner of your mat. Inhale, find warrior 1. So shining your hips and heart forward. Hands like mountain pose. Draw your left hip back, right hip forward to square your hips. Pull your thighs towards each other. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your hands down and find your arms. So maybe you find that bind again, other thumb on top, the awkward side. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your heart. And again, you could put your hands on your hips instead of interlaced. Exhale, humble warrior. Press into your feet. Pull your thighs together. Squeeze your glutes. Draw your abs in. So you're strong and stable through your legs. So your heart can just gently glide down towards your left thigh. And maybe your hands lift up. And then what's happening with your neck? Can you release it down? Can you soften your shoulders away from your ears? Draw your left hip back, right hip forward. Maybe your hands rise up off your backside. Feeling that chest expansion, heart opening to the max. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, wherever you were, bring your hands down so they're both inside your left foot. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, find wide-legged forward fold. So walk your hands over to the right. Toes follow fingers, so both your toes are pointing towards the wide edge of your mat. Keep a bend in your knees for a moment, and then settle in, find what serves you on this side. And maybe your hands are again up on a prop. Maybe they're in line with your feet or under your shoulders. An option to do all sorts of things. We're just hang out here for a few breaths one more time. You can bring your hands to the outsides of each foot. You could add a little twist, bending and straightening each knee. You could just bend and straighten each knee, keeping your heart facing forward to get into your inner hips. Take one more breath, soften your shoulders. Let it go. And then wherever your hands were, let them make their way underneath your shoulders, even if they're on a prop like a chair or a block. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come to the front, low lunge. Walk all the way around. Coming into pigeon pose. So if you took figure four, you're welcome to come down onto all fours and make your way to your back to figure four on the left. If you're pigeoning, press into your hands and then sweep your left leg all the way back up to the sky. And then bend and straighten your knee. Maybe rotate your hip around just to open, just to ready your body. And then inhale here. And exhale, pigeon pose. Sweep your left leg all the way through. Settle your knee down. Find that figure four, figure seven with your left leg. Untuck your back toes. Take a peek over your left shoulder. If your right foot's sweeping off to the right, can you bring it back in line a little bit more towards your hips? Walk your hands back towards your hips. Puff your chest, lift your heart, lengthen through your torso, make that space. And then as you exhale to come down, use your hands to pull your heart forward, again, to make a little more space for your heart to melt down towards your leg, towards the mat. And your props, your best friends here. If you feel a lot of tension or ease, or tension rather, not ease through your left hip, you can stick a pillow underneath your hip. You can play around with flexing your left foot and moving your shin in and out. When you tuck it in a little bit more, it might be easier on the knee, but feel what feels good. And if it feels like ouch, and you're not finding comfort or ease, come onto your back, find figure four. Again, coming back to that space of self-love, sometimes that means the art of giving ourselves grace and compassion. No version of this pose is better than the other. And your pigeon today might look totally different tomorrow or next week. And that is the beautiful part of yoga practice. It's opening into the acceptance of the today body and loving it for what it can give us, focusing on what it can do. So how can you breathe in to the tight spaces here to loosen them, breathe in some love, celebrate what your body can do right now. Breathe into how amazing you are. Take one more inhale. One more exhale, let it go. And we release out. Bring your hands under your shoulders if you're in pigeon. Lift your heart high. And then pull your core in. Press into your shin to lift your hips back. And then again, whatever feels good for you to get out of this, bring the blood flow back. Maybe stay in that tabletop or down dog kick. Or again, a little flip. And if you have a slippery rug like I do, be mindful. Take one more inhale. Dance around. And we find our way down to hands and knees. Wherever you have landed. Beautiful. And from here, friends, come onto your backside. Spin your legs around. Shake your legs out for a moment. Beautiful job. Hands behind your hips, feet to the earth. Shift your hips forward so your head makes it to the mat when we lie down. And then make your way on down to your mat. If you want a little core challenge on the way down, you're welcome to wrap your core in, lift your heart up, find a boat pose, feet on the earth or feet up, and lower down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gorgeous. Bring your head down. Walk your feet towards your bum enough so that you can press into your heels. Scoop your tailbone under. Just neutralize through your spine first. And then hug both knees into your chest. And rock side to side here. We're gonna find a happy baby. So flex both your feet, keep your knees bent, and then just send your feet towards the sky. Use your hands to grab onto whatever's available, ankles perhaps, or sides of your feet. And then use your hands like little pulley levers to pull your feet down your legs down along the sides of your body. Maybe you just stay right here, melting your spine into the mat. Or maybe you do a little rock side to side. A little back massage. And start to slow your breathing here. If you have not already released your yogic breath, I invite you to transition now, focusing more on open mouth exhales, lengthening your exhales, lengthening, deepening your inhales. Beautiful. And come back to center here, friends. Gently release your hands from your feet. Hug both knees in for a moment, and then keep your right knee hugged in. Your left foot can come to the earth, knee bent, or if it feels all right, extend your left leg long. And then give your right leg a little squeeze and some love to your right leg. Rotate your ankle around in a circle, wiggle your toes. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, supine twist. Use your hands to guide your right knee across your body to the left. Stack your right hip over your left. Melt your right shoulder back. Gaze back over your right fingertips here. Or perhaps you close the windows of your eyes. Allow them to soften. Allow everything to soften. Feel the ease through your spine as you twist and breathe. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, come back to center. Use your hands to guide your back to the mat. Once again, pull both knees in to neutralize, reset your spine. And then left knee stays in, right foot to the earth, knee bent, or right leg long. Use your hands to guide your left knee up and in. And then wiggle your toes, rotate your ankle, take an inhale, and give some love to the left side of your body. Exhale, supine twist. Knee comes across. Melt your left shoulder down, gaze back. Maybe you close your eyes here. Breathing into the wonderfulness that is you. As you head off your mat today, how can you continue to give yourself a little bit of love and compassion? Maybe it's doing a little something that brings you that joy, that light, that passion, the thing that lights you up. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, gently come back to center. One final time. Give yourself a nice big hug and a squeeze and pull your nose to your chest. Tight little ball. Hug yourself super, super tight. And give yourself a big hug and some joy and love, and celebrate the wondrousness that is you. Take one more inhale. Thank yourself for coming to yoga and dedicating an hour to you, because you are always worth it. And then release, my friends. Find your resting pose, your shavasana, whatever that means for you today. Maybe that means you're stretching out, taking up a lot of space. I'll close us in a few minutes, but you're welcome to linger in shavasana as long as you want, because you are worth it. And friends, again, if you want to stay and rest a little longer, I invite you to do so. You are certainly worth it. If you are ready to move on, I invite you to again bring back that image, that glowing light of green and radiant, glowing green inside your heart space. Notice it buzzing and shimmering and flickering, whatever it is doing, and then start to notice it grow. Start to notice it grow and expand, warming up, expanding through your entire chest, your heart. And watch it continue to grow and travel all the way down through your torso, down your legs, into your little tippy toes, and all the way up and through your shoulders and out to your fingertips, through your neck, along your face, the back of your head, and shooting out your crown. Warming you, illuminating you, glowing outward, radiating that beautiful green heart space energy. And taking that wonderful open heart space energy with you. If you're ready to reemerge, start to draw in a slightly deeper breath and introduce any little movements that feel good and supportive. Maybe it's just a little wiggle of your fingers and your toes. Maybe a little turning of your wrists and your ankles. Nod your head side to side. And then letting that go, friends. Option to stretch your arms above your head, a nice full body stretch. Maybe you even interlace your hands and you flip your palms and you feel that opening through your whole front body, your sides, your entire being. And then gently bring your arms back down. Again, option to stay lying down today. Or maybe you roll to your side of choice for a moment and let your hand cradle your head and enjoy a breath or two in freshly yogaed awesomeness. And then gently working your way up to a comfortable seat. Once again, maybe you keep your eyes closed, taking all the time you need, no rush. And when you find your way to that seat, option to bring your hands to heart center. Or maybe you come back to the beginning, you find Padma Mudra. Bring your hands together, pinky, thumb, and base of palm stay together, and then blossom your other fingers out like a beautiful blooming flower bursting from your heart space, opening up as you head out into the world today. Again, I invite you to look for those little ways to celebrate a little bit of the magic that is you, a little self-love, perhaps some compassion, doing something great for yourself, something that sparks joy in your heart, that drives your passion. Maybe it's just remembering for a moment to be gentle to yourself and remember that you are beautiful just as you are. It's always my goal to leave you a little better than I found you. I hope that happened for you today. The teacher in me appreciates and honors the teacher in you. Have a blessed and beautiful day, my friends. As you inhale, bring your thumbs between your eyebrows. Look up. As you exhale, bow forward. Sat Nam. Namaste. Thank you so much.